Hey guys, it's Carolee. I just want to share an extra little mini episode with you every single week because I want you to know that it's possible to do this thing called living your best life and doing the thing that lights you up while being a busy mom. And I want to give you a little bit of a background, behind the scenes look at what's going on in my actual life and how I am doing this, how I'm doing the things that light me up and being a mom at the same time. So I'm going to tell you about what's going on in my life and the lessons that I'm learning. Take a listen. I had this really interesting image come into my mind after I was meditating the other day, and it was from Toy Story 4, which hopefully everyone has seen, where Woody and Forky are in this seemingly never-ending battle where Forky declares himself to be trash and constantly is trying to throw himself away. And Woody is trying to convince him that he's not trash and digs Forky out of the garbage, and he's trying to convince him that he has value and he's deserving and he's loved. And I realized that I have both of those characters in my head, and I am in this seemingly never-ending battle where I'm trying to convince myself that I'm not trash. And this is really vulnerable here, so please forgive me if this is too much for you, but I told my husband this and he was like, oh my gosh, you have this too. Like, I'm not alone in this. So maybe this will resonate with somebody. I feel like it's a tug of war in my head of, oh my gosh, I'm worthless. I'm trash. I should just give up and curl up in a ball in the corner. I should just go throw myself away. And then it's the other side of me going, no, get out of the trash. Come on, there, let's go. Dragging myself out of the garbage once again. No, I'm trash. No, I'm trash. I don't deserve anything. I'm worthless. No, you're not trash. Get out of the trash can. Come on. Pulling myself out of the trash can. And then it gets to this point in the movie where Woody is sitting there next to Buzz Lightyear and he's just exhausted. And he's like, I don't know if I can keep this up. This is so tiring. I can't keep this up. Trying to keep Forky from throwing himself away all the time, trying to convince him of his value is just draining me because he just won't believe me. And I just feel that to my core. Like, oh, I'm so tired of this battle. Like, it's not necessarily daily, but it's at least weekly where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm worthless. No, I'm not worthless. Come on, pull myself out of the trash once again. Like, you can do this. Like, no, you come on. You're worthwhile. Come on, let's go out of the trash. Over and over and over and over again. Fighting this battle constantly. Am I alone in this, or does anyone resonate with this? Because it's exhausting. It's so exhausting. But, in the end of the movie, Woody wins. And Forky comes to understand that he does have value. That he is worthwhile. And I hope that I can reach that place. And I think that it, at some points it's better than others, right? We have longer spans of time of, Woody in my head winning. But it's an interesting way to look at it, to characterize those different parts of me. And I definitely see that it's related to the events that are going on in my life. Like, there's triggers that bring out the Forky side of me a whole lot more. Like, I'll get rejected, or like I won't win an audition, or I will have a competition that I don't win, and I hear that Forky voice come up in my head, like, you are trash. Like, I had a Toastmasters competition. Like, I go to Toastmasters every week, and I do a speech, and every week it's somebody wins, right? And we all vote and somebody wins. And I had a competition, and they unanimously voted for the other person. And I also voted for her. Like, she was amazing and she totally deserved to win. And my speech was also awesome. And it was more of a personal thing than on a actual speaker level. So I wanted her to win. So like I voted for her. And then the count came up and it was like, she won unanimously. And I heard the word unanimous. And my brain was like, you are trash. And I was like, oh, no, that's not true. And I had to like really purposefully like bring up the Woody side and focus on the Woody voice. Because, you know, the one that you give more attention to is the one that wins. It's not that either voice ever actually goes away. It's the one that you pay more attention to that wins. Right? So I had to really hone in on the Woody voice, which I've never called it that before, but I think it's a really nice visual, especially as a mom who's got kids and we watch that movie from time to time. We didn't like just watch it or anything. It's been a few months, but we have seen it. So hopefully you've seen it and you've got the visual in your head. And so I had to really focus in on the positive voice telling me that, no, like, your speech was really good and you still have so much value. And they unanimously voted for her, including you, because she did such a good job and she deserved it. And it's not that you didn't deserve it too. Like, you've won lots of speech competitions and maybe now she gets a turn to win. And it doesn't mean that yours is bad. Like, we make so much meaning out of things when we don't need to. And I was making all this meaning. Like, if there was this unanimous vote, that it must mean that I'm trash, really, is what I was making it mean. But it means that I'm terrible, that I'm no good, I should never speak again. None of that's true. None of it's true. Like, I had so many compliments on my speech just because, like, there was so many reasons why they voted for her instead of me. And none of them was because I'm a bad speaker. Not a single reason why they voted for her instead of me was because I'm a bad speaker. None. Like, it's, yeah, there's so many things. But that was my analogy that came to my mind from this meditation. And I just thought it was such a good visual way to think about these, you know, two sides of ourselves and our self-worth and the way that we talk to ourselves. So my question then for you is, which side are you listening to? Are you listening to the Forky in your head, or are you listening to the Woody in your head? And that feels like the weirdest question I've ever asked anybody. But if you're a mom, or if you've seen Toy Story 2, or this is Toy Story 4, I'm sorry. If you've seen Toy Story 4, hopefully you have an idea of what I'm talking about. I thought it was such a good little metaphor, analogy, visualization sort of thing there. So let me know if this is resonating with you, and let the positive voice be the one that you pay attention to.